happening. Right, yeah, we're good there.
Right on.
Audio here. All right. Everything's in place. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, it's so bad. What? It's so bad, but so good.
Heaven can wait.
That is... Can't read today. That is not a flight I want to be on.
You should have told me no butting.
How big was that spider?
Making things with Bill and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Favorites, window, search or enter website name, edit text, has alternate items, blank.
Armpit of the central one.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. This is The Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS, The Morning Stream for Tuesday, March 5th, 2019. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hi, good morning.
Hello, hi.
Hey, check it out. It's a new show. It's a Tuesday, and you may have heard at the top of the show there was no Justin mention. That's because he's on a plane this morning.
That's right, heading to Austin.
Yep, doing their South by Southwest So Wasted deal that they do. And that'll be fun. Jam-packed with sweaty peeps down there in Austin, Texas for a week. And they get the music festivals and the whatnot. And we wish them, of course, all the best in the chaos that is South by Southwest.
And it just dawned on me that Tina's heading to Texas today as well.
Oh, I see. Unanswered questions at the Ibbett household.
That's right.
Is she going to... she's not going to Austin, though, or is she?
She's not. No,
Oh, okay.
She's going to El Paso for a couple days to manage part of her team.
And they have their own airport, right? The El Paso area has its own thing.
They do.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't have to take Dallas-Fort Worth, the world's worst airport. You don't have to go there.
Oh God, I hope she doesn't have to connect through there. It might be. I'm pretty sure it's a direct flight, but yeah, that'd be.
It's pretty bad.
Horrendous.
It's pretty bad.
I don't like DFW.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Okay.
Yeah, it's you get in one part and then you have to take like 3 trains to get to the other part where your connecting flight is.
Yeah, which is not anybody's cup of tea, as I like to say. This, though, is my cup of tea right here. Having a lovely cup of tea from PhoenixPearlTea.com.
Look at that. Does it even say Nash? Is it the
the cup does, yeah. This was sent to me by Hope, by Kristen, one of our cohorts. Yeah, she sent everyone little mugs. It was super nice ones. That was a while ago, but in this one I put, hold on. Where is it? I made the Dead Mines today. Mm-hmm. It's a ginger black tea.
Nice.
Dry, arid blend like the depths of a long-abandoned mine. Ginger and black tea with a hint of lemongrass, dry and spicy, and takes well to a tiny bit of sugar, which I also brought down with me. This little sugar packet that I stole from a Denny's. I really did.
Wow. You rebel, you.
Well, look, they got a good tip. And I got some extra sugar on my way out. So take that, you jerks.
Nice.
Anyway, we've got a couple things I want to rip through this morning before we get to the main business. Like we mentioned, Bill will be here later, so that'll be fun. Okay. You know how there's I have a list of things that should be just the worst thing, and I shouldn't want them, and I shouldn't go near them. But yet I do anyway, and I'll give you an example. And I tell this to try to get to the bottom of does Brian Ibbett have some of these things? Because he probably does.
Probably.
I don't know. Yep. We don't really talk about each other's vices all that much, but
do we not? I feel like
yeah, but you're not you'll drink here and there, but you're not like an alcoholic, and you don't even you live in a pot legal zone, and you don't do pot or do marijuana at all. So I think you're actually a really controlled sort of moderate dude. You'll know when the time to flip the fun switch on is, but you're not up till 4 making horrible life choices. You're pretty even keeled. At least that's my feeling, and that's why I want to ask this question, because my impression of you is that you're a pretty even keeled guy. You know,
it is. That is probably true. I mean, you know, I may say, well, when's the next time I'm going to be in Vegas again? I could plunk down another $100 on the craps table or $200 on the craps table or.
Yeah, but even then, you
whatever.
walk away from that stuff. First of all, you go into it with a strategic mind. Most people just go in going, I want to win some money. I don't care if the house always wins.
Pretty much, you know, the second I pull the money out of my wallet, I consider it spent. And if I walk away from the table with something, that's like that's a gift.
Right. You go there knowing that, okay, this 100 may go away, and when it's done, I'm done. And you stick to your limits. I mean, that's all good human behavior.
All of this is true.
Right?
Yes.
So I don't think you're full of vices. I mean, if you're going to go talk to some, you know, crazy religious person who might say those are vices, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about good, well-controlled human behavior. Now, I have some weaknesses. Mine do not involve alcohol or gambling.
No. Or stealing Denny's sugar packets is one.
Yeah, once in a while I get some soap from a hotel or like a towel or something.
Sure. It's very different. Two very different things. Like soap, they want you to take the soap. What are they going to do with it? They're going to throw it away anyway.
Right. Do they do that? If it's not used, do they just chuck it? Like the little wrapped soap things?
You know, I have to assume that they can't just assume that because the paper is appears to be untampered with, that should be given to the next guest. I don't know, though.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Maybe if it's in the same place they put it on the little dish on the table,
right,
and it hasn't budged from there, maybe they're okay. But if it's like,
because I would assume that like the little mini bottles of shampoo and conditioner, people use that. Then they'll put the cap back on. They might just use a little tiny bit, or they might open it up, put something harmful or foul in there.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? It's a hotel shower.
I don't trust it. I've seen those old pictures.
I imagine, I would assume that stuff they absolutely replace, even if it looks unused.
Yeah. So you're probably right.
So probably same thing.
So I'm helping them really when I take that soap.
Yeah, you are exactly
alleviating their need to throw away that tube of what do you call it, shampoo or the little soapy deal or whatever. Now the towel, that's a different issue. That's more like actual stealing.
It is actual stealing.
Yeah, that's actual theft, I think.
And when was the last time you went to a hotel? Well, I take that back because I've gone to some hotels where it's like, oh, that is a really nice towel. But probably 90% of the hotels that I stay at, I want to be as far away from that towel as possible.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Like they're gross, right? They're thinned out and kind of.
It's only slightly more absorbent than aluminum foil.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And just as scratchy.
In fact, I can't think of a time where I thought I had a towel at a hotel that was nice. It's always kind of crap. But the reason I will once in a while, and it's been a while actually, but once in a while, I'll get out of there with like a, I don't know, face towel or a little, short one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like they're ripping me off. So I feel like one little towel isn't going to hurt them.
Sticking it to Mr. Hilton.
Yeah, take that.
What you're doing.
Take that, Mr. Hilton. Where's your daughter? She's probably got night vision on. Anyway, so I'll steal.
Now, the other question is, have you ever, I guess, putting a black light up to one of those towels? I mean, they're washed. It's probably, but even you probably have to think about what might have been done on those towels on a semi-regular basis.
Oh yeah. So in my case, I don't use the towel for its intended purpose.
You take it.
I take it home.
Like a car chamois or something?
Yeah, exactly. I'll use it to clean something or as a dirty old rag in the garage or something like that. And that's right. Gregson in the chat says I'm a modern day Robin Hood. That's right. I take from the rich hotel conglomerates and I give to the car. And I use it for, doing the dashboard and putting some, what's that stuff called on your dashboard? Makes it all shiny.
The Armor All.
Armor All, right.
Yes.
I heard if you use too much Armor All and you live in a sunny state, that your dash will eventually just crack into 100 pieces.
It'll dry and discolor, yeah.
Yeah, and it'll look like a little like earthquake on there, like big cracks.
It's really, I think there's a parallel, like a do not use Armor All north of the 35th parallel or something, or south of the 35th parallel.
There you go. That sounds like a good idea not to do that. Anyway, so the point is, That's not even the vice I was going to talk about, but it's fun to talk about that occasional thing. And I haven't done it in a very long time. It's been years actually, but it used to be kind of a thing for me. Anyway, I don't know why that feels like such a weird admission, but here's the problem I have. Last night I come home and I was out running some errands. I come home and I noticed that Nick and Carter have together gotten pizza, and I thought, oh, pizza, I could eat pizza, it's fine. And I look at the box, and it's Little Caesars pizza. Okay?
Oh, wow.
The
really,
whole pizza.
Did they pool their money to come up with $5 whole?
You're not kidding. Those things are uber cheap, right?
They are. They're super, super cheap.
And this is one of those deep dishy ones, which means it was super oily, and it's basically their crazy bread with stuff on it. That's how I look at their pizza.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like, I should look at that and go, nah, these aren't for me. I can do better. I've had great pizza, so I know the difference, and it's not like I need to do this, but nonetheless, there's something about Little Caesars pizza that just drags me in. I love it, and I don't know why I love it, but I feel like it's a bad thing to love it. And so now, obviously, they exist and have thrived for decades for a reason. People buy them. If they didn't, they'd be out of business. So I understand that this isn't some crazy revelation that this is otherwise, toxic to all humans except me. I get it. It's a popular brand. Right. But I fully know, Brian, as I look at it, even if I just look at it before I eat it, I go, that looks bad. Right. That's full of grease. Shouldn't eat this. That pepperoni is probably barely meat. The cheese is probably maybe not even cheese. Like, I don't even know what this is. Yet there I was eating like 3 of these and loving every second of it. So what I'm curious about is, you've got to have something like that where you're just like, I know I shouldn't eat that or drink that or do that, but I'm gonna because it speaks to me for some reason.
Pizza is a total weakness for me. I mean, that's one of the easiest things for doing this whole weight loss deal is the fact that Tristan doesn't live here anymore, because when he would do stuff like that, he would go out and get a pizza and be like, oh, great, I'll have a slice of that. That's totally fine. Or we'll have to have regular Pepsi or Coke in the fridge for him. It's like, oh shoot, I don't have a Coke Zero that's cold. I'll just grab one of his Cokes. As long as I just have one, it's fine. Sure. Since he moved out, we've been able to be really good and not get junk food and not get garbage food. Here's a thing that blew my mind. Did you know they make cauliflower crust, pizza crust?
No, but my wife's mentioned it before, but I didn't think she was telling me the truth.
Yeah, I questioned it as well when Tina mentioned it, and then she went and bought some, and they look like your typical like Boboli kind of crust. They're not super puffy as a Boboli, but they are thin and crackery, and you load them up with stuff. You get your turkey pepperoni, your low-fat cheese, your pizza sauce, whatever. Lots of vegetables. Put that thing in the oven, and it's like a crispy New York pizza. Wow. It's really, really good.
Really, and you don't eat it and go, oh man, this tastes like cauliflower on the bottom.
Not one bit. Like even when it's in its frozen state and you take it out to put stuff on it, it does not even look like it's not bread. It does not even look like it's not bread. It looks like bread.
That's crazy. I mean, I'll try it.
And the immortal words of Oprah, our Lord and Savior, Weight Watchers queen, maybe, Oprah, I love bread.
Oh yeah, she did say that. That's true.
She did say that.
Well, does it? Okay, so but cauliflower.
She's not making much from Weight Watchers anymore.
No. But cauliflower makes me when I eat cauliflower by itself, it makes me gassy.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people.
Will that still happen with the crust version?
I didn't notice it after eating a couple slices of cauliflower crust pizza that I was getting that I had a little in me. Now I even had low fat mozzarella cheese, so I even had the dairy on there, the cauliflower, the dairy. You'd think I would have been like propelling myself across the room, but no discernible effects from that. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to try it. It sounds like it takes work because I got to make it. Nobody pre-makes this, right? I can't get this out of Domino's or something. I got to make it myself.
No. You go get the dough, get a little jar of pizza sauce, get some mozzarella cheese, get some pepperoni, chop up some veggies, whatever.
Yeah.
and then you don't even have to thaw the cauliflower crust. You just put it right in the oven, frozen. Put the toppings on it. Boom, good stuff.
Do you all have you have mod pizza where you live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Haven't been to it yet though. They just put it in like right between the Five Guys and the Tokyo Joe's.
That's about where it is. Pizza. Yeah, it's about where it is everywhere I see them. There's like 5 or 10
exactly.
of them. Exactly.
Yes, that's
it. And they're really good pizza. Like top-notch stuff. But it feels like the kind of place that might offer that. I may check on those guys and just see.
They do.
Because they're kind of like, we got all kinds of nerdy stuff you can do here. If you want just like a green pizza, we got, all veggies and like what do you call it? Like spinach on there and like all kinds of freaking vegan-y kind of things on it. And they have some kind of vegan crust and cheese, of course, and all that. So maybe they go as far as, I mean, who thought of that though? Who's sitting around going, I'll bet I could take this cauliflower here. I could make that into a crust of some sort and put pizza on it.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, that is a crazy thing. Why cauliflower? Why not broccoli? Why not celery crust pizza?
Ooh,
what made them say? What made them say cauliflower is totally the way to go?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because part of the experience is you need to have a firm foundation for your pizza. So somebody somewhere knew that cauliflower in a ground up sort of cooked crispy state is a good equivalent, but I don't know who did that. That guy's amazing, whoever that was. Or gal. Yeah. Could have been a lady. I don't know.
Could have been.
Let's see. Yeah. Who invented.
That said, I might have to go try the crazy neighbors rave about mod pizza. I've been to Pyology, which is similar.
Oh, it's so good, Brian.
It's basically the Chipotle of pizza. It's like all right, flatten my crust, and then you walk along as they produce your pizza. And you tell them what you want on it.
Yeah, no, they're great.
And the whole visual.
And the atmosphere is nice. It's just a cool place. I like it a lot. It's really good. I'm glad that they're doing well. And their pizza is amazing. That's the other thing. Okay, the very first 2 Google results that come up are why cauliflower pizza just got so popular. That's number 1 at Thrillist. And then number 2, cauliflower pizza is gross and was invented by a bad place.
It was invented by a bad place?
Yeah, I don't know what they mean. I'm going to look it up. This is uprocks.com.
That's not the reference to the bad place on the good place, is it?
I don't think so. Let's see. Okay. This is great. This is how they start this off. It's time to talk, kids. Lately, there's a brand new trend in town that is infecting our youth, and it is way more dangerous than bath salts or Tide Pods, or taking an active and earnest interest in politics. They call it cauliflower pizza, and it is gross, it says. Relatively hard to mess up a pizza, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they say that it's gross. I don't know. I trust you. If you ate it and liked it, I trust you. I trust Brian.
Totally fine. As a matter of fact, it was one of those things where if you wouldn't have told me it was cauliflower, I wouldn't have known. I would have said, oh, it's like maybe like a pizza crust where you don't use the full amount of yeast or something like that because it didn't get puffy, didn't get like deep dishy.
I mean, would you say though if these are great pictures of this? I think people are crazy if they don't like this. Looks great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try it. Ooh, $50 at this one place though. Like the problem you're having is if you're doing takeout somewhere, they're taking advantage of the fact that it's super hipster, and so they're
charging $50 for a takeout cauliflower pizza.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is it the Waldorf or the Astoria?
It's pretty good. Anyway, well, all right. So wait, we never got to your thing. What's your your devil's thing?
Food vice. I mean, you asked me this after a weekend in Vegas. I did partake in a buffet.
Yeah.
I did not inhale.
Okay, good.
But I did go back for a couple plates. I mean, I loaded up too. Let's see. It's hard for me, even with this, to say no to sushi with rice. Like, if I go to a place and it's like I'm all set on doing nothing but sashimi and saying, all right, I'm not doing any rice. I'm just going to have, like, their salad and then a sashimi. It's like, nah, give me sushi. Give me give me the full business. And so I did have some sushi there. Tanuki Monster, it was Wicked Spoon, so yeah, it was the buffet at Cosmopolitan, which, man, I go back and forth between whether I think that that's the best buffet in Vegas or Bacchanal is the best buffet in Vegas. You know what? I'm going to give it to Wicked Spoon in my current situation, and here's why. Bacchanal makes it too easy to get way more of something than you want. But Wicked Spoon, like, instead of just having a big ass salad bar with everything on it, you walk up there and they've actually got pre-portioned bowls of salad.
Right.
And so it's like, oh, that's like a beet salad with a little goat cheese and you know, like a cashew or something. Great, I totally want that. Yeah. Instead of like, oh yeah, I'll start with the spinach and I'll put some of this on there and then I'll dump some baby corn on there and and it just gets too crazy like that.
I just remember 99, 2000 in that era. It was the place to go was the Bellagio. That was the
for the buffet.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the best buffet, and it was
no. You know where it was? It was the Rio.
Oh, was the Rio good?
Strip. The Rio had like so many different cultures of food in the it's almost like a food court. So it's like you had your seafood dudes, and you had your Mexican, your Italian, your
seafood dudes.
Seafood dudes, because I mean seafood isn't really a culture, but like
a
style of food.
I know what you mean. And now they're all seafood over there, aren't they? Isn't it just a big seafood buffet?
They have one massive seafood buffet, and I think they still do have their world. It's not called World Market, but their World Buffet maybe. Yeah. So ending up at the Wicked Spoon, I did also have to have like a couple different dessert things. But again, you get like it's like a little tiny tiramisu, right? Or a little tiny creme brulee I had. And then I had a tres leches cake that again was about the size of those boxes that Buckyballs used to come in, if you remember those.
I do remember those. And by the way, that's another place where I will not stop with just one. If it's a tres leches, a 3 milk cake, I'll just sit there and just go, give me the whole pan. I love it. Right.
Here's the size of the tres leches cake that I had. Like that big.
Tiny, yeah. But you can keep going back and getting more if you wanted, right?
You can, totally can.
Because it's a buffet. See, that's my problem with buffets. Yeah. Buffets, like the quality varies. You can find the best ones and all of that, but they all have this one core problem. Even though the Wicked Spoon's saying, "Hey, here's a portion thing. Don't go over this," or you know, here we're helping you.
They're not saying don't go over this. They're saying, hey, you know, try have as many of these different things as you want, and if we make these things small, then you'll probably try way more of them.
This is the problem. They're already peeling out of my soul $60, $80 or whatever it is these days.
36.
36. Okay, $36. I feel compelled at a buffet to eat as much as possible.
To get the most for your money.
To get the most for my money. It's like it's a built-in problem. Like I think that there's just a human thing. I think you're better at it than me, but I go into a buffet and I'm like, all right, I'm giving you $30, eh? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to eat everything here until I'm sick.
And so I pay, and you won't stop me. I can just take as much as I want from all of these different areas, huh?
Yeah, it's the whole point of the buffet.
There's nothing you can do? Okay, all right.
Right.
It is the towel thing, right? It's like sticking it back to the buffet. Oh, yeah?
Right.
You let me do all I can eat?
Yeah. It's like the guy at Sizzler that stays too long and eats too much shrimp and steak, all you can eat or whatever. Right. It's like that. Exactly. I totally feel that when I do that, and I don't want to eat till I barf.
Right.
I would rather be a moderate person and go in there and just say, that's why I like a restaurant where it's just like, oh, it was $30, that's expensive, but that's okay because I got this really great presented, 3-course, whatever, and I'm done and it's good and I'm out of here. At a buffet, it's like I still get that quality of food, maybe even better service. Certainly I can go get whatever I want. But then there's this thing of like, it's all you can eat. How much can you eat? More than I have. Like you just want to keep going.
That's right, exactly.
Oh,
yeah. And good. I think if instead of having menus, if restaurants actually brought you like a dim sum place where they actually carted over all the different foods that they serve and said, which of these would you like? You'd say, all of them.
Everything there. Everything here plus whatever you got in the back. Yeah. Right. Bring it all out. Yes. Hey, I've never had that, by the way.
What, dim sum?
Dim sum. Never done that.
They're, Speaking of the Rio,
Yeah.
there is a place over at the Rio, a dim sum place, that is so good. Sorry.
Tell me it's called Dim Sum Place. Tell me that. No?
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh.
But a lawyer friend of mine works with a client out in New York who is Asian and has his own clients over in Chinatown and a lot of options for dim sum restaurants. He says the place in the Rio, the dim sum restaurant in the Rio, is better than the places he can get in New York.
Wow. Really?
That good, yes. I've been there. For a while we were going there every summer when we did the trivia championships in North America, which is different from the whole Geek Bowl thing.
Right.
That place is awesome, and it's inexpensive, and the food is really good, and they are constantly carting stuff around. It's like you've got those what are those called? Churrascaria? What the places where they do the meat, the Brazilian meat restaurants.
On skewers and stuff, and you have the salt shaker things you put up or down depending if you want more meat or not.
Exactly. Yep.
We have two of them here, but they're just called. Are they just called Brazilian? I think you just say I'm going to get Brazilian barbecue. I think is what you say.
Yeah, or Churrascaria. By the way, Crimson Neon, it is KJ's. That is the place in the Rio.
KJ's, okay.
Excellent. KJ's in the Rio. Fantastic.
Maybe maybe that's where I finally get rid of my virginity when it comes to dim sum. Maybe that's where I do it.
Oh, maybe we do it in April.
Yeah, maybe why not? I mean, I don't know. I gotta eat food, so
Dude,
maybe,
you know what? And that's a great thing for us to talk about during the TMS thing. The live TMS. All right, we're planning on it.
All right, dim sum like Friday afternoon or something. I don't know.
Friday afternoon, dim sum Rio. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom diggity. And then we'll go do then we'll go put those scary Star Wars VR things on your face.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Right after you eat, that'd be good.
Right after. So anyway, it's a lot like the Churrascarias where they'll keep bringing you food, but you just save the plates and then they add up the plates at the end.
Yes, there you go. Okay, so that's so they don't charge until you've seen how much you've eaten?
Yes. Right.
Oh, interesting. That's a weird tradition.
Yeah. So you.
So if I eat only 3 plates worth, let's say, I only get charged for whatever that is.
Right. Exactly. Like the plates stay on your table, and
what's on the plates? Like, what's the food? I don't even know what the food is.
Like dumplings and pork buns and chicken, like little wings, but like really good teriyaki kind of wings that you don't get at a Buffalo Wild Wings kind of place.
Okay, but nice little Asian, not finger food, but little,
and all small plates. Like they're plates that are about this big, and they're intended to be shared around the table. So you'll say, oh yeah, let's get 2 of the pork bun plates, 2 of those, some more of those chicken wings, the satay, the blah blah blah, and then you put all in the center, and people kind of grab it. And then they all just divide it up 5 ways when you're done eating.
All right, I'm in. Let's give that a shot.
That's right. They do have chicken feet. I don't do the chicken feet.
Oh no, I don't either. They did chicken feet at the Rodizio Grill here locally, which is another Brazilian thing. Yeah. They also do the chicken feet, and they taste like copper pennies. No, thank you. Not into it. That and the chicken hearts.
Chicken feet are the worst part of the chicken because they step in chicken shit.
Yeah, they do. And in China, they tried to make me eat that every other minute when I was there. It's like, here, whoa, chicken feet, best chicken feet. I'm like, no, bad chicken feet, bad chicken feet.
Walk those right over there. Those feet are made for walking.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. It's like jerky on a bone. It's awful, horrible, not good jerky. Like fishy, metallic-y, coppery taste. It's awful.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah, they do TVZ on Rodizio Grill. We have a couple of those here. And I don't know if they have them anywhere else. They may be local here.
We have Colorado. We have Rodizio here in Colorado as well as Fogo de Chao.
Oh, that's a good one. I've heard of that one.
Fogo de Chao.
There's another one here, and someone in the chat's a local. I can't remember the name of it. Crap. There's another one near me that's same thing. I don't go to those very often, but when I do,
yep.
Probably gonna have a heart attack next time I go. All right. As a reminder, this is a good transition for this. We're trying to make sure you guys are getting your tickets if you are coming to see us in Vegas in April for the TMS Vegas meetup. Viva TMS Vegas, we call it. That's so easy to remember. We made it a URL, vivatmsvegas.com. You can get your tickets. You can get your standalone challenge coin. It'll look a lot like this, except our design. There's a mock-up up on the store right now, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Should have those are in production. So even if you get you can't come, you can get one of these. If you can come, you'll get one of these no matter what. This gets you into the entire goodness, funness of everything. If you're confused about what all that is, it's all at the site, including a link to go get onto our Discord. The Discord's a great place for people to coordinate and to discuss things and all that business. We wanted to make sure to remind people to join the Discord.
That's right. And don't be afraid to sign up for overpans. If you're like, I'm not a very good Overwatch player, I'm a little bit nervous to sign up. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm looking at the list right now, and so we say rate your skill level from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So far, 44 people signed up for it, and 0 people have said they're a skill 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Most people are saying 1, or actually the highest number of people are saying 1 and 2.
That's perfect.
So,
that's perfect.
yes.
Because
Exactly.
we're just doing it for fun. There's no pressure. You win a medal if your team wins, but there's no this isn't like hardcore anything. It's just a fun, good time. And also, you're all sounding worse than me, which is great because I want to play well.
Scott would rate himself a 9 or a 10.
I wouldn't put myself there, but I put myself at a 6 or 7 maybe. Probably
Nice.
something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are very
definitely
much
one or
looking
two.
forward to it. So join the Discord, grab your tickets. If you're not coming, get your coin. It's a once in a lifetime. We're not doing those coins after this. It's a one-time production.
Right.
And they're going to be collectors. So check them out. VivaTMSVegas.com.
Yeah.
And it's linked on Frog Pants as well if you get stuck over there for some reason. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think it's time we dived into the news here. Check it out.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Let's do the news. Brought to you by.
Could it be that there's a podcast about the highest rated show on the History Channel, The Curse of Oak Island? You know what? I think it could be. Could It Be? An Oak Island podcast is hosted by a treasure-hunting husband and wife team, and every week they recap the latest news and ongoings about that mysterious island in the North Atlantic and the treasure hunt that's been going on there for over 200 years. They throw in some current events and other tidbits about treasure hunts around the world that anyone can participate in, and the adventures they've been having or they've been on while hunting for treasures themselves. If you're into The Curse of Oak Island, buried treasure, or if you just like to laugh, give Could It Be? An Oak Island podcast a listen. Could It Be? An Oak Island podcast is available everywhere you get your podcasts, so check it out and enjoy. Could It Be?
Could it be? Yes,
Could
it
it
could
be?
be. It could be.
It could be. That Oak Island thing is crazy.
I don't know anything about that. I'm going to go listen to it because I have no
Yeah,
idea what that is.
there's this underground, there's this shaft that people discovered.
Yeah, shaft.
that they sent cameras down, but then they realized that there are all these booby traps set to where if you dig this one part, it's going to open up a big air passage, and all this water is going to rush in from the ocean and fill this other thing up. And it's
all right.
And people have been trying to get into the bottom of this thing where they think there's some sort of treasure hidden for years, for a couple hundred years.
Are they worried they're going to get in there and end up with a Capone's vault kind of problem?
Right, it's going to be Geraldo down there going, ha ha!
Yeah, it seems hokey to me, but I also sometimes like a little hoke, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like
it's
fun.
fascinating stuff, so check out their podcast.
Adult Goonies, says Widget33.
It is Adult Goonies, yeah,
All
and
right.
it is.
Now I'm sold.
Down here, it's our time.
All right, let's get to the news. Arkansas, or as you would say in other circles, Arkansas. They have this church there. This is a carryover story from yesterday. I want to make sure to get in today. They insist that that they're not being political when they put up this sign that says, here's the quote on the sign, Brian. You tell me if this sounds political to you.
Okay, all right.
Heaven has a strict immigration law. Or, I'm sorry, heaven has strict immigration laws. And they say, oh, no, that's not political. It's fine. It's not political.
Oh, jeez.
We're just, putting that up there. Springdale, Arkansas Church is incurring some backlash after they put up this sign. They insist it was meant to be biblical and not any way political. The sign went on to read, "Hell has open borders."
Nice. Okay, great. So, well, Wow. Yeah, that's
not political at all. Nothing to do with the immigration system or the argument happening in our country right now about immigration and the wall and open borders and all that. Not political at all. Springdale Apostolic Faith Church, which is in the area with a large Hispanic population, was criticized by some members who felt insulted by the sign. A lot of undocumented and just in general immigrant people live in that area where the church is located, and having to pass by that message every day, I don't think it's something they should have to go through, says Irvin Camacho.
He should be president.
Yeah, he should be. In a certain almost film-like future, he should be president.
Kidding. We're getting closer and closer to idiocracy every day.
Terry Crews, best role ever. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
lame. Just admit it.
So,
if you're going to put it up, just
so
at least admit it.
Every religion, isn't it? It's like, all right, we're welcoming. We, if you want to believe with us, we want to worship with you, but not if you're not from America.
Yeah, no. That first of all, that's the glaring issue. But I'm also kind of used to these days, like overt hypocrisy from religious organizations. So I've lost all quote unquote faith in that. However, the bigger bummer to me is, okay, be a-holes. It's your right to have your crap platform and your stupid church that's, wants to make people feel bad or excluded. If you want to do that, that's fine, because that is your right to do that. Mm-hmm. But maybe just own it and don't deny that you were trying to be...
No, we're not being political.
Oh, not at all. It's just
biblical.
Yeah, it's biblical, see? If you noticed in the Bible, it talks a lot about open borders and immigration laws. You lying sacks. So lying, man. Lying pieces of shit. I hate this. This is what I hate. If Jesus could come down and see what you guys did, you know what he'd say? He'd say to those people, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep going. Right. Don't stop here.
Luke 4:16 says we must build a wall.
Yeah, build a wall. It'll be huge. It'll be huge. Anyway. And look, us bringing up this article, I don't want your emails about, well, now you're being political. No, I'm not. I am calling out the hypocrisy of this dork church. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
So take that, Springdale Apostolic Faith Church. Get your ass in gear. Come on. All right.
Jeez.
There's that story. Hey, you want to see a cool roller coaster landing in an airplane?
I do. Like when a plane landed on a roller coaster. I love this. I love stuff like this.
I wish that's what it was. But it's a British Airways plane that had a bunch of trouble landing. And it made me realize that it may be the worst sounding awful thing I've ever heard of in my life. So there's video of this.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Yes, okay.
I know. It's bad. I meant to... Here, chat, I want to show you guys. It's bad, right?
It's really bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is a plane. It's
very bad. It couldn't be worse.
Are they flying into a massive tornado or something?
Well, let's see. Hold on. Copy. Hold on, chat room. I'm getting this up for you. I thought I had this queued, and I don't. Okay, there we go. All right, so we go to screen. Oh, that's a picture of Brian. Hold on. That's not going to work.
They're
just going to stare at Brian for another minute. Okay, there we go. All right, so look at that plane. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay. Okay, where? Okay. Okay, at some point, this thing just goes. I would be pooping in the seat. I'd be losing it. I mean, it almost goes like full blown, like. Oh
yeah, it feels like they're gonna do a barrel roll.
there's a shot from inside the camera. Someone did an Instagram video. Whoa.
I know. I do like the guy's expression holding up the.
Oh, dude. Seriously, I'd be freaking out. Oh yeah, look at him.
You're right, Tuffy.
Oh, how can they be smiling though? I'd be dying. Oh man! All right, I just wanted to share that.
Well, what are you gonna do at that point? You might as well just sit back and enjoy the ride. And
chat room's Killer Maroc says he'd be yelling "Wee!" That's a hard no for me, dude. I don't think I could handle it very well. I've been on some pretty rough. The worst flight I ever was. I think I've talked about it, but the worst flight I was ever on was a takeoff from Hong Kong. during a typhoon, and the typhoon was just on the edge of hitting Hong Kong. So our plane was the last plane they let out. And,
oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and we were like, are you guys sure? Because it's like level 8 or whatever, or the category 8 typhoon coming in.
And maybe they should have stopped one plane sooner.
Yeah, because the very next flight was not going to go out, and ours was, and so they were really hurrying to get out of there. Like everybody was rushing around, getting seats and everything. And I remember just thinking, man, this is crazy. So then it takes off, and is the most, it's a 747 with the triple deck, so it's huge. Got like 300-something people on it. And it starts just going down to nothing, and at one point it was dropping so fast that I was suspended in air with my seatbelt holding me from falling out of my chair completely. But there was air between my butt and the seat for long periods of time while we would drop,
keeping you from hitting the ceiling, basically.
Oh my god, so bad! I hated it. Someone that say, Tazoriel says, I accepted death a long time ago. I'd enjoy this. That's a good attitude to have. I don't have it. I'm still chicken to things like this.
Oh my god! Yeah, no.
Did you see?
When you land in Colorado, you go through some major turbulence as you come over the mountains.
Yep.
If you're coming from the west, I imagine the same for you. Like if you fly east and come back, coming over the mountains to Salt Lake City, you go through some.
It gets really weird. Yeah, it goes a little bit weird. When we go, so if you go from here to Colorado, it's crazy because on both you have a crazy incline and a crazy decline. It's not a great run. It's not my favorite short flight. It's a short flight, but it's not my favorite.
It is. Yeah, it's a bumpy but short flight.
Yeah.
Same with doing Vegas from here and coming back from Vegas.
But it's worth it.
You're gonna get some turbulence.
It's worth it because you love that place, and if you could, you'd lay with it naked and spoon it. Is what you do. Hey,
I probably have. Yeah.
Here's my question. I don't know if you saw this, and I don't know if I can find it easily. It looks like it's not coming up for me. But apparently there's a new way to do that stratosphere thing that you're going to do.
Oh, really?
It's in a 6-seat roller coaster type car.
Oh, no, they have that. There are a bunch of different rides on the top of the stratosphere.
Oh, so this is old. I thought this was a new thing. Okay. Well, apparently it just drops and it looks like you're going to fall off and it lifts up again.
So basically it's like a roller coaster car you get in, and then once you're all strapped in, then it the track drops and you start heading towards what looks like the edge of the stratosphere, and it stops you at the end.
Okay, still hard no. Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, is it weird that I find that scarier than just jumping off the side on a zip line?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. At least the zip line, I don't know. The illusion that your whole car full of people is about to fall into oblivion is scarier to me than just you jumping. Because you jumping, you have a bunch of straps on you, so you kind of know that you're okay.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think the stratosphere still should be charged with multiple forms of assisted suicide. Really,
I agree. Also, depending on which side of that thing you fall down from, if you get too close to the street, you'll bring chlamydia or something back up with you. You got to watch out. Not true.
It is the bad part of town.
Yeah.
I've purchased my tickets, so I've got my ticket to jump.
Yeah. Oh, you did that on a pre-purchased
I bought the Groupon,
thing.
so I paid extra. So basically, with the Groupon, you pay the same price you would for the basic jump, but you get all the bells and whistles, which is extra brakes on the cables. No, I'm kidding. You get the a wrist-mounted zoom cam or something that shoots video of you, basically your face as you drop down.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun with that.
We are, yes, of course.
Zoe's like, we still need to persuade Scott to do it. No. There's nothing you can do.
That's not even.
Yeah, Brian knows not even to try. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
It's more likely that we get Scott to play video poker with a hooker in his lap.
Yeah.
On this trip than to jump off the stratosphere.
I would totally do that before I do this. You bet I would. I'd smoke my first cigarette and get drunk before I jump off of that thing. Or maybe that's what people
drunk enough, you'll do both.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say, maybe a couple of edibles and I'm good to go. We'll see.
There you go.
Kim's like, you should try one. We're going this time. You should try one. I'm like, I don't know, babe.
You might as well. I'm totally legal in Vegas to do an edible.
Just want to do a little I just want to bite the ears off a gummy bear. You know?
Right, exactly. Yeah, don't
want to go too hard, too fast.
Right, exactly.
Maybe I'll just slather myself in CBD oil or whatever and just spend the whole weekend like that.
No THC in there. You may be a little bit calmer, but you're not going to be high from CBD.
I won't crave chips and things.
You will not.
Okay.
Cheetos, no.
That's too bad.
Give me some of that Plaza pizza.
Oh yeah, dude. Actually, their pizza's good. I liked it.
I do need to try some of
it. It was really good. It surprised me how much I liked it. It was very New York style and good.
Cool.
Do that again. All right. South Carolina, there was a big Mega Millions jackpot lottery winner.
Right.
1.5 billion. Sorry. $1.5 billion. And here's the best part. The guy that won allowed the person behind him to go ahead of him.
Oh, so, gotcha. Okay. So
in other words, he would have won. The guy behind him who got treated with courtesy, had he just stayed behind him, would have had the $1.5 billion ticket.
I question that because sometimes with these random number generators, it's like a computer clock speed kind of, not clock speed, but like if you were to buy a ticket 5 seconds later than the first ticket you were going to buy, it would be a different number, right? It's not like, here's the next number we're going to sell, here's the next number. It's like, I'm hitting the button right now, and then it generates it on the fly, like based on the clock and some random multiple generator blah 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 thing. So,
but when he gets his ticket though, like when you go up to the counter to get your ticket, if the guy behind him had gotten that ticket, he would have been the random pick, right?
No, not necessarily.
No.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah. It's not even. They've even figured this out with with slot machines and speaking of Vegas, that if you get up from your machine and go walk away, and somebody else sits down, and the first thing they get is a royal flush, it's not that you would have gotten that same royal flush. It's only if you would have hit the button at exactly the same moment that they hit the button, then you would have gotten the royal flush. But there's some, again, there's an internal clock thing that is going constantly, and it's when you hit that button that it freezes it, grabs the number, does its whole random number generator thing based on that.
Because the idea being, if the guy was behind him, he would have hit it, and there's no way to have the same number.
No.
Than the other guy. But you know what, Brian's right. Because think about it. Yeah, no, Brian's right. If that's the case, if that's how that stuff works, then it doesn't matter whether the guy got. I mean, if this was a thing where the numbers were predetermined and each card had a rub-off number and they were always going to be that number, and that was the kind of lottery this was, something in the 50s or whatever, then yes, the guy behind him would have gotten his ticket.
Right. Oh, you know what though? But yes, good point. Naximusex.
Wow.
In the chat room.
Nailed it.
Does say though, the point still stands. Had he not have let the guy in front of him, the timer on the clock would not have been timed just perfectly for them to hit that button, and he wouldn't have won. It's not that the other guy would have won,
right?
Had he not let him in front of him, but he wouldn't have won. This is absolutely true.
Right, but it's complete random happenstance.
Correct. Yes.
Of shifting time around, not necessarily that being nice to the guy who let him in front of him, but just the timing worked out that way so that he would have won. It doesn't mean the other guy would have. Exactly. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
100%
that makes sense.
True. Yes.
Well, then this is a dumb article, and they made it seem like a bigger deal. So F these guys.
Right.
They can bite my butt.
Exactly. He stopped for a yellow light, and that's the thing that made him win.
You always think about that stuff, though. I mean, the idea of it, if it was the old way, then that would have been crazy because your act of kindness actually screwed the guy out of his winnings. But that doesn't work. If it were a roll of
lottery tickets,
right.
If it were the things that were predetermined, a specific order, and the guy says, "Oh, let me get 5 scratchers," and you get your 5 scratchers, and the next guy says, "I'll take the next 5," and he wins. Then if their roles would have been reversed, then the other guy would have won.
Well, you could argue that the guy just got a load of good karma for being nice to the other guy, and that's
Sure.
You could make that argument, I guess, if you
Totally.
believe in karma.
It's funny because I don't believe in superstition. I don't believe in luck or anything like that. But I do weirdly believe in karma, and I feel like all that comes from the same place. So why do I believe in one thing and not in the others?
Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe in it as a quantifiable material.
Sure.
In other words, like if I do one good deed, an equally good deed will be done to me. I don't think that it works that way. There's not the math to it. But I do think that if I'm nice to people in my everyday life, that has a net positive effect and will come back to me. So I'm a big believer in karma as well.
Yeah, I think that's the good way. That's the right way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Not as a luck thing or as a a karma exchange program, but
Right.
but you do good things will happen to you just because you cause good things.
Yes, there you go. And that means you surround yourself with people who also do good things. Like it just has a net effect across your relationships. And I think that's why things come back to you in that regard. Now, in this particular case, I mean, it's just pure. Like all these lotteries, there's just there's no way you can game this system. It just happens the way it happens. And
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And there are plenty of people, trust me, plenty of people do good out there that might seem like they take 10 years to have something good come back. But I still say it's good to be good.
Totally.
It's good to be good. There's your title for today. It's good to be good.
And if a bunch of bad things happen to you over the day, still be good because,
Right. As Marty McFly once said, Johnny be good. All right.
That's right. Exactly.
Final story here. Scientists were excited to spot a huge spider eating an opossum. But you might have nightmares from this. So I want to share this image.
Oh, jeez.
It's actually video as well.
A huge spider eating an opossum.
Yeah. And dragging it around is the other thing. That's how big. And now, it's not the largest opossum you've ever seen. It's a pretty small little dude. But look at this spider, dude. Look at this guy.
Oh, my God.
I'm hitting play and it's not playing. Come on, play.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Look at that. That's big enough to be, okay, that spider's, or that opossum is probably about this big. It's about 8 inches, 9 inches long or something. It's about the size of a puppy or a growing puppy. Any spider big enough to do that can F off.
How is this person sitting there with the camera and not running away?
Well, apparently this is taken by a scientist who's there to study these exact phenomena.
Yeah.
So,
well, and it's a tarantula that is probably less harmful to humans than it apparently is to opossums.
Is it a tarantula? Oh, it is. Plate-sized tarantula. So imagine a full dinner plate. Oh, no. No. Nope. Another hard nope. Got a lot of hard nopes today.
I like that it's in Madre de Dios, Peru. Because that's exactly what I'd be saying. Madre de Dios.
It's Spanish for ridiculously giant, disgusting spider.
Yeah.
Well done.
He's so cute. He doesn't know what to do with that possum.
Oh,
he's just going to wander around in circles. What am I going to do with this?
He's adorable.
So cute.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill will be here. We're going to talk about making stuff. I don't know what, but he'll have something. So that'll be fun. Come on back for that. We also have another scary game mashup with me screaming. And that's also happening again today. I'm playing at noon till 2. So get ready for that. Anyway, that's all coming up. Before that, though, a musical break by Brian Ibbett.
Yes, this is great stuff, too. Very cool. I don't know, 21 Pilots, Churches style pop. Really, really cool. Indie pop. This is a band called Barefoot Modern. They're a 5-piece indie pop band from Boone, North Carolina. Influenced by folks like the Beatles, Elton John, Cage the Elephant, and Beck. They just released their sophomore EP called Bitter. Their brand new song is called Sleeping in September. Big thanks to Sean Allred, who is not only a friend of... Well, he's a family friend with one of the band members and got permission. Sean Allred in Charlotte, North Carolina. So thanks, Sean.
Nice.
Isn't that Sean Basic? Or is that different Sean?
No, different Sean, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
not his last name is not Allred. I can't remember.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, anyway.
Coons is his last name. Sean Coons.
Oh, Sean Coons, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, this is Sean Allred. And the band you're about to hear, Barefoot Modern, from their brand new EP, Bitter, here is Sleeping in September.
We'll be right back.
Hello? Is this broadcasting? What? No, I am pushing the button. No, I don't want any pudding. I want to talk to my grandson, Nash. The button on this button?
It looked like butt.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Oops, there you go. There's both of us. Hey, we're back, everybody. Welcome back. That was this is one of my favorite things John ever said.
It looked like butt.
Pretty good.
It looked like butt.
Like butt. He's
Like butt.
very enunciatey. It looked like a very Todd Cochran-y. Do you think?
Kind of a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little Todd Cochran there.
That was John or Bo?
That was
I know
John.
it's a haul for those guys, but are either of them coming to Vegas for Overpants?
Well, there was talk. In John's case, I think it would actually be easier because he's in Phoenix,
yeah.
Phoenix
All right,
is
yeah, just be a drive up north. Yeah,
like 4 hour.
Bo has to come from Canada.
Yeah, the Canadian trip would be a big call, but he really wants to come. So that's what's funny is the one that really is like dying to come is in Canada, and the one that may come but doesn't seem like he's dying to is John, and he lives right down the road. So I don't know. I'd love to see those guys though. That'd be great. Those two are a hoot and a holler. You know who else is a hoot?
Who else is a hoot?
Well, a hoot. Oh, let me tell you who else is a hoot. The additional hoot in our lives is Bill Doran, and I'm having a hard time adding him for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. Punished Props. That's why it's not under Bill's name. He's heading on in for a good time, and I'm gonna find his thing. It's somewhere right here. Hold on. There we go. Let's play this one. Here's one. This one.
Gonna crack my knuckles and jump for joy. I got a clean bill of health from Dr. McCoy.
Oh, it's Bill, because it said Bill in there. Say Bill of Health.
Clean bill. We have a clean bill of health as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Bill Doran is here, everybody. Look, it's Punished Props own Bill Doran all the way from Seattle, Washington. What's going on, man?
In a move that surprised nobody, I made a prop from Fallout again.
What? I'm so excited already. Did you really?
Well, I didn't make it from scratch. It was a kit, so it was already made. It just needed to be painted. I did the painting. So back in last year, remember last year?
I remember last year. Yeah, 2018. It was a hell of a time. Good time.
We did our prop tarts, our community. You guys have the Tadpool. We have the prop tarts. They ran their own Secret Santa starting in like June too. They were on top of it. And I participated. I contributed the prop. But I got a prop because I participated.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
So one of our prop tarts, Jake, he 3D modeled and 3D printed the laser pistol from Fallout 4. And that's what I got. My job was to paint it. Yeah.
Wow.
So the whole build's up on punishprops.com. Did a whole video, of course, on it. Jake was nice enough to sand and prime the 3D parts, the 3D printed parts.
Oh, you meant you're wearing a Pip-Boy, as you know.
Oh yeah, no, you pulled out all the stops here with your.
That's right. Oh, there's the Nuka-Cola. There's the red. Okay, yeah, it's like a.
Yeah.
That's one of the benefits of having a shop full of props and costumes is when you want to do a silly skit, you got everything you need.
That's true. I like how you killed that bug that was made of paper. Yeah, it was really good.
We had the idea to add like visual effects, like I shot the laser, but we're like, it would take too long. What if I just swat it? Okay.
Sometimes you're the low-fi version is the best decision because
funnier than the high-fi.
Yes, exactly.
It's my version of Indiana Jones shooting the guy with a sword.
Oh, right. Which was apparently it was improv, right? Wasn't that the deal? He had diarrhea.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, he had dysentery. He was not feeling great and did not want to shoot the whole scene. So he's like, what if I just shoot the guy? Yeah. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, he had like really bad diarrhea or something. And had to just like, I don't want to do this. And then it became a running gag and they did it through all the movies. Fantastic.
That's great.
Anyway.
I used a laser pistol and I got to paint it. And I've been experimenting with different brands of paint. So for a lot of the work I do for prop and model work, I use Tamiya model paints. They're great. They dry really fast. It's my favorite part. I'm very impatient. But for this prop, I got a bunch of golden acrylic paints. We had an Aaron Brothers store going out of business near us, so I went and looted all their. I bought all their golden acrylic paints as they were going out of business because they were on sale. I figured I'd give them a try because I'd heard good things. Now they worked awesome, but I'm used to working really fast with those Tamiyas because they dry so fast, and the Goldens just don't dry quite as fast.
Was it just like how much slower were they drying? Was it like a long time?
What's interesting with paint is you spray it down and it's wet, and then when most of the solvent flashes off or evaporates, it's dry enough to handle it, but it's not really dry. So if you press really hard, you'll leave a thumbprint. Or if you put masking tape on it, the masking tape will peel off some of it when you take the masking tape off. And that's what happened to me. I had a couple spots where I masked something off, and when I peeled it off, it ripped a spot of paint off of it, which is a huge bummer. Because if you want to fix that and make it look perfectly clean again, you got to sand it and repaint it. But instead, I made it look intentional. I made it look like it got blasted or something. So I like airbrushed some heat scorching on there and like hit it with a Dremel so it was kind of chewed up. And I think I did a pretty effective job of fixing that little boo-boo.
Yeah, nice job on that. I was wondering, I'm watching you do this. Aquanet hairspray is being used to do like sealant or something. This was a thing when I was probably started in junior high, but all through high school. If I had a new art project, it could be anything. It could be a canvas painting. It could be usually acrylic, like if I did it that way. Or if I had, I did a lot of color pencil, like Prismacolor stuff back in the day. At the end of it all, we'd use Aquanet to seal it. Is that the principle we're using here? Are you sealing it with that? Or is this for some other reason that you're putting that on there?
It's a different reason. That's interesting you'd use hairspray. So the reason why I used hairspray is for a technique called hairspray chipping, and hairspray is water soluble, meaning you can wash it out of your hair with water, which is an important feature for hairspray. You don't want to be spraying varnish in your hair.
Right.
Yeah. So I used it for hairspray chipping. It's a way to get a chipped paint look that looks very natural, and you have a lot of control, which is nice. Yeah. So you spray everything with a silver metallic base coat, and then you spray it with a clear coat to protect it. You want a nice shiny base coat. Then you spray on your hairspray. Then you spray on your top coat. So I did a darker metallic color. That hairspray is still on there, and if you wet it down, you can scratch it off and leave scratches in the paint intentional. Or you hit it with a wet brush to just sort of wear away at the edges, and it gives a very natural chipped paint look, which is really cool.
Looking at you doing it here on the small edges of the bevel of the dark part. I don't know what you call that part, but
I don't know either.
That looks like legit banged up gun effect.
Right.
That's cool.
It's cool because you can go in with a toothpick and really like fine tune the effect that you get, and like scratch at the edges, and you can be really subtle with it, which I think in most cases makes it look more realistic if that's the goal.
Well, now that I see you do this, it must have been I probably didn't know this at the time, but when we'd use spray paint to seal our paintings, especially on boards, like gesso boards and that sort of thing, we probably were doing it for the same reason, except if it got wet, we'd be screwed.
Yeah, that's why I wonder you using Aquanet, because if it wouldn't be. Maybe after a few days it gets dry enough that the water won't affect it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just a quick method. Like someone in the chat says we used to use that in art school as a quick sealant. So maybe that's all it was ever. Yeah, there you go. Red Link says poor man's fixative. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, because we had the workable fixative was the other cans of stuff we'd buy. But
yeah,
Aquanet does the same damn thing.
Yeah. That's cool though, dude. That looks like metal to me. That's insane.
Yeah, and it's really fun too. Like, it's like you're just scratching on your weathering. It's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
So I have a recommendation for you, but I wanna note that I got this recommendation after I put this video up because I did water slide decals, and they're really cool. I don't have a lot of experience with them, so the comments on this video, I got a lot of really great information about water slide decals. And I'm always interested to hear about what other communities use these techniques. And I learned about the world of Matchbox car restoration.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
It's a whole thing that
Pimp
people
my
do.
teeny tiny ride.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's magnificent. So my recommendation today is a video or a channel. This guy's called Marty's Matchbox Makeovers. They're YouTube videos. Dropping a link in the chat. If you look up Marty's Matchbox Makeovers on YouTube, you'll find it. And he's got tons of little Matchbox cars that he cleans them up, strips the paint off, repaints them, fixes up all the little bits on it. This is what I spent last night doing, watching Marty here make over Matchbox cars.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Look at that.
So the one I linked, I think, is the ambulance that was used to make Ecto 1.
Yeah. It looks like the Ecto 1 car. And that's beat the hell of that thing. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, and it's old. So a lot of these Matchbox cars are really, really old. And this one, someone at some point had repainted it on top of the base paint.
Yeah, you
so
can
that's
tell
why
there
it
was
looks
like
it's just caked with paint.
Yeah, there was like a weird overlay on the front windshield and some other stuff. But watching him, oh my gosh, you know who would love this is my dad. If my dad was still around, this would make him lose his mind because he loves this kind of detailing and he liked real cars and would just freak out at this. This is so cool. Ooh, did he just put? Is that pee he's putting in there? What is that? It's not pee.
It's some sort of solvent. I don't remember what it is, but it's just to break up the paint so he can remove it, and then he'll end up repainting it.
This is my kind of nerd. Just the most extreme weird thing you didn't know anybody was up to. You know, like guess what? I'm restoring old Matchbox cars.
I feel like it would be easier to restore a full-size car than one of these little tiny ones.
Well, you know what I want to do is I used to drive a Saab, or I had 3 of them. A Saab 1991, Saab 900S. I had 3 of them. I want to get a Matchbox car of one of them and fix it up. Like that seems like such a fun little project.
Yeah, can you do that? How easily is that to find? How do you track stuff like that down?
eBay maybe? I don't know. I literally just learned about this less than 12 hours ago, so I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Marty can help me out.
Yeah, he'll totally help you out. Wow, it's so intricate. It's like I didn't even know you could take these cars apart like this.
Yeah, they do have to do some permanent changes because they are riveted together, so you got to drill out those rivets, but it seems like it's a pretty common thing for people to do.
Look at him matching up Pantones. Oh my lord!
I know this guy's serious.
Crazy.
I love it.
That's crazy. I love it. I'm gonna have to watch this whole video later.
Wow.
Because that's
But
fascinating.
don't worry, he's got a lot more.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, Bill Doran, as always, having you here is a pleasure among pleasures. If you know what I mean.
Good to be here.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you soon, and you're not in Vegas in April. You guys should just make a trip down there because you're bored. That's what you should do.
Exactly. Just do it. Just come on down.
Yeah, and come see us.
It does sound really fun. I'll get back to you.
All right, you'll
I
let
have
us
to
know.
clear it. I have to clear it with my better half.
Your old lady. Wait, is that a way of saying it? Sure, why not? All right, Bill Doran, everybody. Chinbeard on Twitter. You can find him at punishprops.com and wherever YouTube videos are distributed. We'll see you later. Oh, he said zit.
Blip.
I got to fix Brian's video. There we go. For some reason, when I hang up on Bill, I have to reset video position, but nobody else.
Weird. But nobody else?
No.
Oh, that is weird.
Jury, whoever else we get on Discord, no problem. Doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
Weird.
Whatever. Whatever. I want to go. I used to be so into micro machines and Matchbox cars and all that stuff. I used to really love tiny cars. And now I don't have any of that anymore. I gave all that away or sold it or DI'd it or Goodwilled it or something. I don't know what to do with it. And for those saying, what's a DI? It's a local colloquial, it's not even that. It's just a place here locally called the DI or Deseret Industries. And it's basically Goodwill. You just take your crap there and then they refurb it and sell it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. We have Goodwill, Salvation Army, ARC, stuff like that.
See, I haven't heard of, I don't think I've heard of ARC. Or maybe I have. Is ARC the ones that they'll send a thing around and you can fill up their
They do, yeah. It's the Association for, and they use the word retarded citizens, I believe.
Oh, is that the R in there? Oh.
I know. I need to look it up and see if they've changed it because I do feel like that is the unacceptable term. That is the unacceptable term, but
let's see, ARC.
They've probably
ARC.
I don't know why my website It's asking me to pronounce it, but let's see. ARC, frequently asked questions. What is that?
Yes, what does
ARC's name seen since 1950. Oh, National Association of Parents and... Oh, it cuts off. Hold on. Come on, Google. You leave me hanging here.
Yeah, I think my guess is that...
Friends of Mentally Retarded Children. It's in there.
Yeah.
Because it's from the 50s, when that word didn't mean terrible things.
Right, exactly. But they're probably saying, no, it's just ARC. It's just ARC. Doesn't stand for anything now.
Yeah. That's totally it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, good job, ARC.
Yeah.
What else? That's it for that. Oh, I promised I'd play this mashup, so I guess I'm going to do it. So let's do that real fast. And then we're going to end the show here soon. Let's see. Scott plays Outlast. Oh, boy. What's this called? Clipception. Oh,
nice.
Because this has some jury in it or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yes, this is the one that Jury heard. He got a sneak peek of. And
yeah. So apparently we don't. I have no idea.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
This is going to be bad. Here you go, everybody. Check it out. Oh, okay. What's that sound? Oh my gosh, dude! There's a scream. We're going. I'm not going down there. F you. I have to go down there anyway. Frick! Oh, la 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 la. She's coming this way. I hate this. Oh, shit! Shit! I don't know what to do. Oh my lord! Oh! Shit potatoes. Shit potatoes. Shit. Run. Shit. Oh, it's gonna happen again, isn't it? It's gonna happen again. That's scarier than anything I did in the last two games. Easily the scariest thing I've ever seen in a game. Oh my lord, what is happening? No. Oh, don't be doing that. I don't like it. It's making a weird noise. Ah! Oh, shit! Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, shit. What? I didn't see you there, you jackass. Get on the ground and go. Hey, somebody clip out what I'm about to do here for Justin Robert Young. We're going to send him a link. Check it out, Justin. Your favorite condiment. Shelves of it. Mayonnaise. Here it is in Paris Hilton vision. Mayonnaise. Bucka bucka wow wow. He hates that stuff.
All right, somebody clip this out and then send it to Scott, and it'll be Clipception. How does the motherfucker who knows what the Paris Hilton tape looks like not know what Brazzers is? Things that make you go, Things that make you go, Things that make you go,
That is it for today, folks. Thank you for joining me once again. It was a blast, and I look forward to doing it again with you real soon.
Awesome.
First of all, I call it Braziers, and the first time I ever heard of it was Brian. I'd never heard of it before. I think it was you.
I don't know if it was me.
I don't know. It may not have been, but I'd never heard of it. I think I know what it is now. Don't they drive around?
It might have been me. It might have been me because there was like memes going around of like innocent photos being slapped with a Brazzers logo to make them look like
sinister.
They're the opening scenes of something dirty.
Yeah, like and then somebody did that to pictures of us or something as a joke, and I remember saying, "Oh, what's Braziers?"
That seems like something people would do.
I have no idea what it is. Braziers. I mean, I know what it is now, but I didn't know what it was.
Dairy Queen. That's the
yeah, they own Dairy Queen, right?
That's right, exactly. That's the part of Dairy Queen that sells burgers. It's
right.
Braziers.
Exactly. Braziers Burgers. Whoa, what was that sound? Who's in here? Me? Oh, you scared the poop out of me, boy.
We almost had more screams.
Aren't you going to work today? Oh, good luck. Scared the crap out of me. All right. That's that. What's this? Hold on. What's this?
So after we do our movie, I might zip up.
Oh, that still. I still have that. All right.
Okay.
We're going to call it good. Thank you, guys, for being here, as always. A reminder that you can find everything you need over at frogpants.com/TMS. There's links to our Patreon, which we really appreciate your support for, as well as links off to the Vegas stuff. Again, that's vivatmsvegas.com if you want to go there directly. Let's get those tickets. Let's get there. Let's come see us. Come hang out with us. We're a really fun bunch, and we just want to see you. It's really a relaxed thing, too. Like this event, unlike a lot of other stuff around the year where you guys may run into each other, just low pressure, low tension, low all that. It's just, hey, what's up? How's it going? Sit around, get a drink, talk to the people, do the thing, check out cool stuff in Vegas. And yeah.
And we're working on something that would allow some tabletop gaming to happen.
Ooh.
Just FYI, can't say more than that.
Ooh.
But if you're like, yeah, I like Vegas and the slot machines are great and all, and the craps table is all fine, but I really want to play some Cards Against Humanity with the people I love in the Tadpool. Well, you might be able to. We're working on it.
Yeah, or some real card and board games, because I hate Cards Against Humanity. But yes, you can play anything you want to play. And here's the thing, Matt, if you're listening, he knows who I'm talking about. You should come. Bring your games. He has a whole truckload. He could bring them.
Oh, well, he's the guy who brings them to Nerdtacular, yes?
Yes, that's the guy.
Yes.
I'll email him and tell him what we're thinking about once we get it worked out. Anyway, a lot of cool stuff happening, so check it out. Multiple Johnsons pulled. That's right, Alex. Multiple. All right, let's take our leave here. Brian, do you want to take us out with a song there?
I will take us out with a song, I tell ya. I tell ya. Let's take us out with this one right here from Megan Nickerson. Said, hey, Scott and Brian, the 1st of March marks my exit from teenagehood. For my 20th birthday, I would love to get a shout out on TMS. I've been listening consistently since I was a freshman in high school and continue to do so now that I'm a sophomore in college.
Whoa.
Thank you for brightening my days. Can I get a Squeerini? If not, a Brian Meep always makes me laugh as well.
Oh, I do like the Meep. We're doing the Meep. Here you go.
Meep! Nice. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
All the best, signed Megan. Megan mentioned that she likes The Killers, Lord, Metric, Weezer, and anything indie, rock, pop, and electronic. Let's go with The Killers, since we've been talking Vegas, and I believe The Killers are from the Vegas. Krista Hughes did a cover on her 2011 album Shonky of The Killers tune Take Me Out, but it's done with kind of a bluesy, almost burlesque kind of feel to it. Here is Krista Hughes and her cover of Take Me Out.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a whole new episode of The Morning Stream. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You're beautiful. Let's have sex.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, chat room. Some people were still confused why no Justin. He's on a plane, literally flying somewhere.
He's heading to Brushwoodville.
Yep, he's going to Austin.
The South by So Wasted deal.
Yep.
Going on there.
So he is not here today.
So if you really miss Jury and his interactions with us, listen to Night Attack. Tune in for live Night Attack tonight as we do the summer movie draft, and you'll get all of us and many, many, many more people.
Yeah. Also, give him a shout out on Twitter because it's his birthday today. So wish Jury a happy 36-year-old birthday. He's still just a young buck, but 36 is an awful lot closer to 40. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's do it.
Wait a minute. Is this one mislabeled as a Killers cover? It's Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it is totally mislabeled.
Oh. Do you have the version you want?
No, it was it's mislabeled as a Killers cover, but it's Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand. That's all right. You know what? She'll like that one as well.
All right.
But I have to reach out to her and say, you might have this mislabeled, right?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, good.
Looks like our winner today is Sticking It to Mr. Hilton. I like that. Let's see. We're just going to look through a bunch of these just to see what we got. My chicken feet taste like pennies is pretty good.
Oh, that's funny. Poppin' Dim Dum Cherry. Dim Dum Cherry.
Yep.
Dim Sum Cherry, but
Nice.
I still like that. It's even funnier.
Nice. Slathered up in
Cauliflower Pizza
CBD.
Kitchen.
Pimp my teeny tiny ride. We are all worse than Scott. No, that's not true at all. Let's see. Yeah, I think our, well, I shouldn't say our clear winner, but our winner by one vote. Ooh, the new copy function is working beautifully. Although there's a bunch of clicks with it, but that's fine. All right, Sticking It to Mr. Hilton. The winner this week is Tanuki Monster. Tanuka Monster. Hey, didn't that person win recently, like on a run here.
Tanuki Monster did win either yesterday or end of last week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well to the done. Nice job. Brian, stick around.
Oh, yes, right.
We're going to talk real quick. The rest of y'all, I'm hanging up on you. Let me do this real quick here. Again, let's see. Sorry, 12 noon. Assuming I get the show up on time, I should, after Brian and I talk, because we're a little early today, so it's good. He and I will talk, and then I'll put up the show, and then I'll start the stream for the Outlast 2 run at noon. So if you all are coming back at noon Mountain, this is right here where I'll be at frogpants.tv. So come on back and watch me be stupid. All right. That's all we got. Hanging up the deal.
Okay.